Hey guys, happy Monday everyone. Welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. We left off on our last vlog having just finished Lord of Shadows. And in true Lizzie fashion, I dove right into Queen of Air and Darkness last night. And I read, I had to stop myself. I read 120 pages. I think I stayed up till like 2 a.m. because I couldn't stop. And it's probably a good thing I didn't film any of that because I cried through probably the first 80 pages after what happened at the end of Lord of Shadows. So it was a very sad ending to that book. My heart broke for the family, for the Blackthorn family. I mean, it was just really heartbreaking. So we kind of had to pick up the pieces of where things left off. So at this point I am now, so I was off again today on Monday. Our work cut our hours back just for the summer. So we have to take an extra day off every week, which is fine. I'm just kind of doing what I can. We're lucky right now to have not lost jobs. So I'm definitely just going to the pool for the day. So it seems like every vlog, that's kind of all I do is go to the pool. But I assure you, I also work. So I have ended up reading, I am on page 324. So we are busting right through Queen of Air and Darkness. So it's really good so far. I'm sure this vlog will have lots of spoilers for that. So I'm going to go ahead and be upfront about that. This is kind of like a Queen of Shadows reading vlog. Or Queen of Air and Darkness. Gosh, can I like even get the title right? Apparently not. So right now, so spoiler, pretty much right now we have put Livy to rest, buried her. And Ty is obsessing right now about trying to bring her back, which is a really bad idea, but he doesn't understand that in his own way. So Kit is trying to like keep an eye on him and like is going along with the plan, but also doesn't agree with the plan, but he's just not telling Ty that. I think he's hoping that it's going to get thwarted before it ever comes to fruition. So we'll see. And then we've got Emma and Julian, who are currently in Fairy, kind of on a fool's errand for Horace Dearborn, who I hate. Still hate the Dearborns. What is happening? Why do they have power here? It's terrible. So they're kind of on like a fool's errand because Horace knows about their Paratai love, essentially. And he's holding that over their head and has sent them on like an errand that they're not supposed to come back from. So, and then we have Christina, Mark, and Kieran, who are also kind of in this, like, it's not even a love triangle. Things are looking snazzy for them. That's the best thing I can say. And I'm actually liking, the way it's written is really good. So, it's getting pretty steamy. I am enjoying it. So, they're also trying to reach Emma and Julian to help them and save them if they can and, like, you know, be part of the gang again. So yeah, we're also getting to know Helen a little bit more, the oldest Blackthorn, because she's like out of her exile, which has been really interesting. And also Drusilla, she's kind of just been like off on her own most of the, like, because she's like a younger Blackthorn. She's, you know, but I can understand like her loneliness and her annoyance of having to like constantly babysit Tabby. So I'm really enjoying like getting things more in her perspective. So anyway, lots to unpack, lots going on. Things are not looking good, but do they ever look good in these books until like the last 100 pages? Probably not. Also, we have the major spoiler that Sebastian and the Queen had a child. I kind of figured that could be the case based on what was happening in City of Heavenly Fire. So that's interesting. I mean, time passes way differently in Fairy, so even though it's only been 5 years, this kid's like 13 years old. So that's interesting. And I guess that's what Clary and Jace are doing in Fairy on their like secret mission. So she's an aunt. I don't know, is she gonna try to like have something to do with how he's raised? I'm not really sure. So yeah, anyway, I am also, last thing about this, I am having a really hard time with Julian's decision to take away his, like, to have Magnus take away his emotions. All of the boys in the Shadowhunters like series, they all feel so tortured. It's the girls who are always pulling the, like, they are like the best. So these boys are so tortured and dramatic and like It's the girls, though, who are really picking up the pieces. So I'm really struggling with Julian's decision to take away his emotions. I understand why he did it. He was in so much pain. But that doesn't help anything. And I don't like how he's treating not only his family, but Emma and the whole thing. I'm like waiting for something to happen to break through to him. But we're already 300 pages in, and so far that's not happened. So anyway, this beast is like 900 pages. So I am 320 some into it. Hopefully I'll read this pretty fast. I mean, I can't seem to put it down. So there's that. Also got a couple of packages that I'm going to go ahead and unbox. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so the first thing, I found this on Depop. So, and it was a really good price for what it is. So obviously I've been on my big giant Shadowhunters kick, and we're not done with that yet. So we still have like one more series plus all the spin-off books to go. I'm kind of like just trucking through the main series right now, and then I'll read the spin-offs, just the little like short stories and novellas and stuff. But so this is, oh, there's something on it. Let me get that off. This is the Illumicrate Chain of Gold. It's the first of the new series that just came out this March. So it's the last hours, and I really debated which edition of this to get, because I even really like the just standard edition. It's really beautiful. Because Cordelia Carstairs is on the cover of that one, and it's really gorgeous. But between this one and the Fairyloot, I ended up going with the Illumicrate edition, and I really hope that they do the rest of the series in the same thing. So it's got the orange sprayed edges, and then the back of it has all of that. And yeah, that's just the synopsis on the back. And then, but I think what sold me was this on the side, and it says, "Love cuts deeper than any blade." And I just really like that that is what's on the spine. So yeah, this will be very good. And it's also got like character art on the inside, which I really liked. So yeah, there's that. And I don't know, oh, and they're also stamp signed by Cassandra Clare. So that's neat. And I'm not sure, do they have like a short story in the back? I really hope so. That would be awesome. Let's find out. Looks like it does. Ooh, looks like, oh, it's a bonus story, The Fairy Tale of London, featuring Will and Tessa. So that'll be great, because you know how I love my Infernal Devices. So that's the first thing. Okay, so next, I also found this on Depop, which is like a buying and selling app. But it is character cards from the Dark Artifices. So Kieran, and I'm so excited to look at these, because I just love seeing what, like, having an idea of what these characters look like. The Sealy Queen, and they're actually postcards. Not that I'm gonna like mail them out to anyone. Raja, quit. He's trying to chew on my packaging. Then we have Emma Carstairs. Here's a glare. Kit. Jaime Rosales. Our dear Livia Blackthorn. Tiberius or Ty Blackthorn. Ooh, I really like this one of Mark Blackthorn. Yeah, there's like 6 billion Blackthorns. Now Odin's messing with the packaging. Hey, stop. Diana Wayburn, who I love. And look at her koi fish that's like tattooed on the side of her face. I love that. Then we have Drusilla Blackthorn. Ooh, the Unseelie King. Our Julian Blackthorn. Diego Rosales. And Christina. These are really good. Those turned out really, I'm really glad I found those. And I got them for like nothing. And then I was able to snag the Shadowhunters coloring book. So I have the one from ACOTAR and Throne of Glass. So this is just kind of like for my own collection. So I'm excited to have that as well. So yeah, that'll be fun to kind of flip through later on. So the last thing to unbox are the Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares dust jackets from Fox and Wit. I saw them come out with these and I died. I love collecting dust jackets. Look at our Laszlo. He looks so good. Ugh. And the Citadel. I think it's the Citadel. I might be saying that wrong. It's been a long time since I've read these. Okay, so the last one is the Muse of Nightmares one. And look at our girl Sarai. She looks so good with her moths and her blue skin and red hair. God, I just love her so much. Boop. I gotta say, my favorite couple in Queen of Air and Darkness right now is Gwen and Diana. Ugh, they are just couple goals. Like, I am obsessed. So that's a fact. So Emma and Julian just they just went through the portal and they're in this other world and they just found Livy, and I'm so happy that she gets to be a portion of this book. And it seems like she is not darkened in this world, so that's good. Also, wondering if she's dating Cameron Ashdown. Interesting. Also, I'd like to know what's going on with Diana in this world because, like, frankly, I hope Gwen's with her. It is now 12:50. I have literally read for 24 hours, and I am on page 546. We are back from Thule. I don't know if that's how you say it. The other dimension. And everything is happening so fast. That's why I've not been updating, because like I would be updating every 5 minutes. So yeah, I am forcing myself to at least put it down, to at least go try to get in the bed, but we'll see how that goes. So anyway, we'll check in with you tomorrow. Hello, new day, same me. Happy Tuesday, guys. I just finished a very long day at work. I have not had a chance to check in, do any reading. I've literally been working all day, which is totally fine. So now that the work day is over, I am going to take a little bit to relax, probably catch up on my YouTube videos, see what's in my subscription box to watch. Well, subscription box, aka like YouTube subscriptions. I wish I had something to unbox. And then after that, I'm probably going to continue reading Queen of Air and Darkness. I actually read until page, like, I don't know, 650 last night. I literally could not put that down. Since I've picked it up, I can't put it down. It's been so good. Pretty much at this point, we're back from they're back from the alternate universe, alternate world, and Julian is back to his, like, emotionally cut off state. But I believe where I left off last night, Magnus had actually taken that away. So they finally healed the warlocks. And I was going to ask, what was my question? I had like a prediction in my brain of something that they could use. I'll have to think about it again. So I was thinking that they could use the water from Lake Lynn. I was wondering if they could use that to cure the Parapetite curse. I don't know. I mean, just kind of a thought there. So, but we also have the mortal sword that was broken from the other alternate world now. So nobody knows, the cohort does not know that A, Emma and Julian went there and that they're back. B, that Jason Clary aren't dead, because right now they are they think that they're dead, because they think, the cohort thinks that Jason Clary went into the alternate universe. So, not true. All that's false. So now we're just kind of making plans of attack to like surprise everybody before things go super awry. So yeah, that's pretty much where I am. Like I said, I am really enjoying these books. I don't know if I like them more than the Infernal Devices, just because I really enjoyed the love triangle between Will, Tessa, and Jim. And I just love Jim with all my heart. But I'm really enjoying this series. I really like all of the Blackthorns. I love all of the different characters that we have and all of the character development. I think that's almost what she does best, is really developing these characters that we love. So I am going to continue reading this evening. Maybe I'll finish it. I probably will, because basically I've just been putting on Zelda in the background and going at, like, just reading my brains out. So probably what I'll do again. So I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Okay. Kit just ran into Jace and Alex saying goodbye, and Kit said, "I wanted to talk to you, but I didn't want to interrupt all the goodbye hugging." Jace responds with, "Alec and I are unafraid to express our manly love. Sometimes he carries me around like a swooning damsel." That's so hilarious. So I just wanted to check in because I got some mail today. I am part of the Patreon group for Bolbon Lana. I think that's how you say it. I could be completely wrong. But she sends out every month. You'll get like a monthly pin, a print, and a sticker. And I think it's like $14. And so this month was, you guessed it, my fave, Charizard. And he turned out so good. Like, look at the glitter on his tail. And he's going to go perfectly on my little Pokemon pin land, or what would this be called? Pin display? Kite? Banner. Pin banner. Yeah, that's right. So I have a little Glaceon, a Ditto, and a Gengar. It's this Ash and Charizard pin. A little Charmander roasting a marshmallow on his tail. This is it's either the shiny or the Alolan, what is it? Well, I'm blanking. I seem to blank on a lot of things. Maybe I should get my memory checked. Not really sure. Oh, Growlithe. I believe that's Growlithe. Look, and he is got little glitter on the pin. And then up here I have a Dragonite and a Pikachu. And Pikachu is flying with some balloons. So yeah, I think this Charizard will go well. And it came with a sticker of him as well, which is so cute. And then this is the print, which, I don't know, it got really damaged in the mail. I assume it was in the mail, but it's like really beat up, which is disappointing. So, but it's a really cute art print, and I do like it a lot. And then I also have some art prints that I have been procrastinating getting on the wall. So yeah, I'm going to hang those right now. So what I use to put them on my wall is this removable like mounting putty. And that way I'm not damaging. It's really easy on the prints if I have to move or whenever I move. And sometimes I will also use these like stickies. So this is what I started out using. And you can cut them to make them smaller, but they're also a lot harsher on the prints themselves. But if I have something really heavy to hang, like my diamond art, I'll actually use these. So first of all, this is the Fairyloot art print of Cardin and Jude from the Cruel Prince. And I just love the look of this art. I think Murwild did this one. I'll put the name of all the artists, if I can find them, below. But I just think this one is absolutely gorgeous. So that's got to go up. And then I have a couple of Shadowhunters prints. So this one is from Chain of Gold, which I have not read yet, so don't know who all's here. So, but it's also by Murwild, and I really like her style of art. So there's that one. And then I also have these Shadowhunter prints. So yeah, this one is of the Infernal Devices. There's our Jim and Will and Tessa. So I think this turned out really good. And it's also like reflective. And then this one is from Chain of Gold, which again, I've not read yet. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I've kind of like made my bathroom be Shadowhunter-y. So I'll show you here in a little bit once I hang these up. And then last but not least, I ordered these on Etsy. And let me get out her card because she has the cutest like note cards. Hang on, let me get this out. Okay, look at this like thank you note of Nesta and Cassian. And I love this. I wish she offered it as a print because I think it's so cute. This is the name of her shop. Same name as me, Lizzie. Or Liz is what she goes by. And then these of Feyre and Reese that I thought were just absolutely stunning. And look at this one. So cute. I love like the galaxy look that's on his wings. I don't know. I think they're great. So I'm going to get these hung up. I'll let you see in a sec. So admittedly, I am quickly running out of room. So I did put these kind of closer to the bottom. But I still think that they look good. And then I added that one of Feyre and Reese up towards the top. So yeah. I am pretty happy with it. And staring at this wall makes me very happy. So I really can't complain. Here is my finished Shadowhunters bathroom. So we have Will, Tessa, and Jim. And I got all of these off of Redbubble, which I love Redbubble for art prints. And then down here, of course, we have more Infernal Devices and then Chain of Gold. And then on the other side is right there. So the other like Chain of Gold prints. So I can like fill up all of this space. So this is an overview of my wall of art. So you can see that a little bit better. And then it kind of swings around this way beside my bed and goes around that way. So yeah, like I said, I've kind of run out of room. Maybe if I didn't have this mirror, but I feel bad because my cousin's husband hung it up for me and it was really heavy and he had to use a drill and all that. So I don't really want to take it down because it was hard to get up, but I'm really happy with how they all turned out. Seems to me that I appear at this angle quite often, but Cortana is back with Emma and I'm so happy. The way it was written was so well done. I love just imagining it being thrust out of this, like just yanked out of this girl's hand, stupid Zara, who I hate, and just sailing straight into our heroine's hand. I mean, brilliant. Couldn't have written it any better myself. Okay, so I'm on page 794. And if you've read Queen of Air and Darkness, you'll maybe know about where I am. I've got a little less than 100 pages left. And there's a lot to unpack here. A whole lot. Wow. Giants, giant angels. I mean, that was really cool and really random. But wow. Interesting. It was really good. I'm really enjoying how she's done this, and I'm really happy about what happened to Emma and Julian after they became the giant angels. So that's a plus. I'm gonna try to finish this up and we'll chat probably tomorrow about it, unless I just can't help myself tonight. Well, hello everyone. It is after 6 o'clock on Thursday, and I did not check in yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a weird day. It wasn't a great day. We got word, so I think I mentioned in a previous vlog that they had cut our hours back to 32 hours from 40 due to COVID, which is totally understandable. I think we're very lucky to have our jobs, but yeah, it's still a hard hit. You know, it's still financially very hard. And it was supposed to be over July 31st. Well, we just found out that it's going into October 31st at this point. So yeah, yesterday was kind of a a weird day. Like, I was definitely a lot more upset about it, and just, you know, it's tough to get that kind of news. So anyway, I didn't do really well. I did a little bit of reading last night when I went to bed, but in general, I just was not in a vlogging mood. And so anyway, I was also on the phone a lot trying to figure out what I'm doing about health insurance, because I finalized my divorce last month. So at this point, I just had to figure out, you know, what I needed to do, what I could afford, and all that good stuff. So I've been on and off on the phones, just trying to get all that squared away. So enough about me. Tuesday night, I did finish Queen of Air and Darkness, and it was amazing. I loved every bit of it. I thought it was great. I'll go more into depth on that later on when I have some time to sit down and talk about it. But yeah, I'm also trying now to desperately finish the Ruby Circle. I kind of just want to get that finished. So I have like 100 pages left. So I'm going to try to knock that out right now. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back. I wanted to talk about Queen of Air and Darkness and like just my wrap up of the whole Dark Artifices series. So it's interesting because I loved all of the characters in this series. I felt like they were so dynamic and the character development was amazing. I think the relationships were so well done and I loved every character. I mean, obviously I didn't like Zara. I mean, duh. But I really loved all of our heroes. Like, I think they were great. I will say though, out of all, like, my ranking of like the 3 current like main series is, I would say the Infernal Devices is still my number 1. I cried a lot in that series. Loved it. Totally my favorite. And you know, I'm trying to struggle because I think back to reading the City of Heavenly Fire, and I did cry like for some reason I'm relating this to like how much I cried, but I mean, whatever, it's my own ranking. I do remember like the last 100 pages of City of Heavenly Fire really did it for me. I felt like it was a really good ending. It wrapped up really well. And for whatever reason, I don't know if I felt like Queen of Air and Darkness wrapped in the way that I hoped it would. I feel like we went too far back into our characters with the Mortal Instruments and not enough with Emma and Julian at the end. For whatever reason, I just wasn't like, yeah, I mean, everything was fine in the end, but for some, it felt not forced, but it just felt like glossed over, maybe is the word that I'm looking for. So I don't know, maybe it's just me. But again, I still really liked it. I think though, the Dark Artifices is going to be my number 2, just because I did love all of the characters. I mean, I really love Gwent. Like, he's one of my favorite side characters. And I did like that we kind of got to know a few of the warlocks a little bit differently. Like, Magnus wasn't the only one that we kind of stuck with. So, like, Ragnarfell, Shade, Katarina Loss, like, even Malcolm, I thought that they were really interesting. So, and I am so excited for the Wicked Powers. I'm so excited to see Kit grow up and to see Ty grow up. Like, everybody kind of branched out differently, and so I'm really interested to see how all of that pans out. And really, I'm more excited about Drew, and I'm wondering, because I've read that, is it Jamie, is it Jaime? I've seen it both ways, not real sure. But are we gonna try to like stand them? Is it weird that I do? I don't know. Like, I feel like I shouldn't, but I feel like she's wanting us to. Can somebody please let me know if I'm wrong? Because yeah, I'm not real sure on that. But I'm excited to see where we go. Because, like, let's face it, so many different things happen with, like, Time and Fairy that we could keep him we could keep him the age he is now somehow. Like, make him age differently. Like, he could get stuck in Fairy for a couple years and never grow up like Mark did. And then he and Drew would be the same age in the Wicked Powers. So, like, there's what I'm going to say. I'm also excited because I hope that we'll get to see Raphael, the new little Shadowhunter, and Max grow up a little bit more too and kind of be involved. So I think that'll be interesting dynamics. So Anywho, needless to say, I do think that my ranking is going to stay The Infernal Device is number 1, Dark Artifices number 2, Mortal Instruments is number 3. I still don't know if I really care for the first 3 books just because of everything that happens with that, but I did really like how it wrapped up. And now we are on to Chain of Gold, which I started that 2 nights ago. I'm not far. I'm kind of like putting it off slightly because my plan is to do my very first 24-hour reading vlog, readathon, whatever you want to call it, because I don't know, I've seen some people do it and it sounds really fun, and all of my family, well, not all of them, but like the main family that I see is out of town this weekend at the beach, so I'll kind of like be on my own for this weekend, and I feel like there's no better time and I won't be interrupted. So I'm thinking maybe tomorrow night, maybe after work, like starting my readathon and then going until Saturday night around the same time. So I'll definitely be picking up Chain of Gold, and like I said earlier, I am going to finish the Ruby Circle tonight, wrap that up, get it out of the way. First, I did get a book order in, so let me grab that and we can look at it together. I am trying to read all of the ACOTAR comics. I'm grabbing them like one by one individually when I can. Well, I don't know, halfway through. I'm currently on the North and South, and I have 2 and now I have 3 and I just need 1. So I'll probably go ahead and order 1. But I really am enjoying the, like, where it picks up. It basically picks up right after the 3rd season ends. So we get to still follow the gang as they continue to grow together and like the new world comes about, basically. I'm really excited. So this is number 3 in this particular comic series. So yeah, so there's that. And then I also picked up, so this is the companion novel, the 3rd one to The Last Nimsara, which I really enjoyed. The first 2 of them, they're all companion novels, and they all like happen in the same world, and they're all like developing the characters together as companions, whatever. And I'm excited to read the last one. I will say it's not my favorite cover. I think the other 2 covers were done slightly better, but I am excited to finally like finish this series. Although it's been like a hot minute since I read them. So I may have to, that's the thing. I hate having to go back and like waste my reading time rereading things just so I can finish them out. Does anyone else hate that? It gets on my nerves sometimes. But anyway, it's fine. I still really enjoyed them. So I'll probably try to pick up like all 3 of these together and like read them. So there's that. And then in case anyone else didn't know that I would buy this, we have Ghost of the Shadow Market, one of the like short story bind ups. I have no idea. It's obviously about the shadow market. Don't know much more than that. I think Jim is a main character. I think this is him on the cover, and I'm happy about that. But yeah, so that was the 3rd and final book that I just got in the mail today. That's exciting. I would kind of like to listen to these instead of reading them, just because I think it might go like, I don't know, I just have a lot of books that I need to read. But I don't know, I might just pick it up. Oh, and I'm also listening. I've not listened to an audiobook in a hot minute. I know I said I was listening to Lord of Shadows a few vlogs ago, but I finished that. I'm actually picked up The City of Brass, and I am really enjoying it so far. It's kind of like hooked me from the get-go. So I will do kind of like a like synopsis of that later on, but I am really enjoying that one. So far it's really good. I know there's a lot of buzz about it because the 3rd book comes out soon. I wanted to hop on the bandwagon because like what else would I do? But it's been really good so far. Just finished the Ruby Circle, which is the 6th and final book in the Bloodline series by Rochelle Mead. That is kind of the companion series to the Vampire Academy. This book follows Sydney and Adrian and kind of their like story after the Vampire Academy ends. I mean, we do get cameos from like Rose and Demetria and Lissa, but it follows like a different cast of characters. I loved the Vampire Academies, and I also really liked the Bloodline series. But as I mentioned in a previous vlog, I do think that 6 books was too many for it. I think after the 5th book is probably my favorite. In all of the Bloodline series, I think that the 5th book is my favorite. I read that in like 3 hours. I could not put it down. It is one of my favorite books. But I do think that if she had extended the 5th book by like 50 to 100 pages, we could have just wrapped up the whole series. The 6th book just felt so unnecessary to me. Like, just the plot points they just weren't there for me. The drama didn't make sense. It wrapped up too quickly. It just felt very forced. So I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars, which is not a bad rating. I mean, 3 stars for me is just average. It was fine, but I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I just felt very like, it's fine. It's just, you know, I was kind of done. So yeah, I'm glad we wrapped everything up. I'm really glad that, because this was a reread for me, so I was really glad. And I loved rereading one of my favorite like college series again. So that was really fun. And I'm really glad I took the time to do that. But like I said, I just felt like 6 books was too many for that. And I mean, really, it was only like 250 pages. So I don't know. It was fine. But moving on. Guys, I haven't talked to the vlog in a couple of days because maybe I talked Friday, which was yesterday. But I did a impromptu 24-hour reading vlog, which I will link up above if you're interested. And yeah, that went really well. Completed 1.5 books, read 720 pages, which I'm really proud of that. But I did get some mail today that I kind of wanted to share with you guys. These are a couple of ACOTAR pins that came in from one of my favorite Etsy shops. I think she makes some of the best ACOTAR pins, and I have like quite a few of them. So she had a restock recently, and I snagged a few that I had my eye on. So I will show you guys what I got. This is her Etsy shop, VeestoriaShoppe. So you can find it on Etsy. This is a glow in the dark Aang pin in the Avatar state. And I think he is so cute, and I can't wait to see him glow. He turned out really good. And then, oh, look at this one. My first girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy. Oh, they're so cute. It's one of my favorite ones. I'm so happy I got it. And then the last one is a Toph pin. It says, I can tell you're lying. She's so cute. I love her facial expression in this pen. So, and she usually sends some goodies along, and usually a sticker. And this sticker, I don't even know who this is. Sometimes they're Avatar ones, and then oftentimes they're not. So, but it's really cute. If anyone knows who this is, let me know. In other news, I also got a package in from Boxlunch, and I am so excited. So this was a crew neck sweatshirt that I had my eye on, and it's for Emperor's New Groove, so Cusco, and you can see all the little like symbols, like his poison and the llama and his little like emperor, whatever that would be called, little headdress thing, and then the cat. So it's so cute. I loved it. I saw it online. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need that for the winter. Oh, and you can't have that. And then this showed up on the website, and I died. I already have the Appa version. Yes, they made one. And now it's MoMo in the backpack. People are gonna think I am so weird, but I don't care. And I think he's perfect. I mean, look at the details. So it looks like a Loungefly bag, but it's actually not. I don't know what, I guess it's just like Boxlunch's brand or like ACOTAR, because it's not branded, and Odin got his slobber on it. Ugh. It's not branded for Loungefly though, but it's still really great quality. And I got it on sale because they already had listed it as part of one of their like mini sales that they do. So yeah, I snagged it. I think it's already out of stock, so I'm really sorry about that. But keep an eye on it, and it may come back. So now I have both Appa and MoMo, and I hope they stop making backpacks for Avatar, because, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to already do. I carry Appa a lot, and my little cousin, Liam, he will say, oh, it's your Yip Yip pack. So anyway, yeah. So that was an exciting little mail day, a little haul, little fandom haul. So mostly Avatar and a little bit of Disney. Hey guys, I am coming in to wrap up my weekly reading vlog and also talk about my TBR for the reading rush. So first of all, I read quite a few books this week. I also did my little 24-hour readathon. So if you've not seen that, I'll link it up here. But I read a lot. First of all, I finished Queen of Air and Darkness, which I actually changed it to have this awesome, it's like the reverse cover of it. And I just love that Emma is staring at me from my shelf. So I read this. I gave it 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. Talked about that earlier in this vlog. I finished The Ruby Circle. And that was the 6th and final book in the Bloodline series, which is the spin-off series for Vampire Academy. I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. I didn't love it. I think I've talked about that already. So there's that. After that, I started my 24-hour readathon and I finished The Bridge Kingdom and gave that one 5 out of 5 stars. Loved it. Can't wait to read the sequel. And then I last night finished Chain of Gold. And I really liked this. So this could possibly be my second favorite Shadowhunter series outside of the Infernal Devices. And I think Cordelia is going to be my favorite Shadowhunter. I love her. I think she's so loyal and just one of my favorite. She's just, she's so good. I have always loved Tessa, but she's not a Shadowhunter. So I can get away with still loving her. She can be my favorite downworlder. Yeah, I think Tessa is my favorite downworlder because she's technically not a Shadowhunter. And then I think Cordelia is going to be my favorite Shadowhunter. She's just awesome. So it ended really good. Major cliffhanger. Really interesting setup for the next book, Chain of Iron, I believe it is. So anyway, there's that. So yeah, I read quite a bit this week. Kind of nuts how much I read, but I'm really proud of that. So to get into the reading rush, this is the first readathon that I've ever participated in. I've always watched other people do them and loved watching their vlogs, but I've just never done it myself. So let's talk about my colossal reading rush TBR. So I'm also gonna, there's 7 different prompts that you can use for your, books that you choose. So I'll go over those as well. So the first thing, I had to give myself a little bit of a break. The first thing is, this is something I can read outside of my house, which with COVID going on, it's not easy to read something outside of your house. But I do go to the pool quite a bit. And also I am house sitting right now, so I could potentially read that there. So the first thing I'm going to set my sights on is the Turf Wars graphic novel from The Legend of Korra. And I also have the part 2 and 3. And if I can get to them, great. And if not, this is the first one. So yeah, this will be to read outside my house because it'll be quick, easy, not a big deal. Next, I don't have any books that I want to read that a movie was inspired by, but I am kind of tweaking this and pretending from what I know about it that it was kind of a spin-off of a movie almost. So I'm doing Where Dreams Descend, Where Dreams Descend. And I'm gonna kind of pretend this is a Greatest Showman spin-off. So yeah, all I know is it's very similar to Zac Efron and Zendaya vibes. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. And this one is the Illumicrate edition of it. So yeah, I'm excited to read that one. So that's going to be my movie inspired. The first book I touched is kind of I don't know, I kind of cheated on this because it was the first book that I touched for my 24-hour readathon that I just did. So I definitely want to read the Gilded ones. It'll probably be the first book that I read. So I have this one. So first book that I touched. And then this one is going to count for 2. So this one, I don't have a book that's the color of my birthstone that I've not read. So my birthstone is April, which is diamond white. And this one also works for the prompt with read a book with thee as the first thing in the title. So the Court of Miracles, I feel like we can make this one work. So yeah, it's got like white and gold. I mean, diamond's not gold, but it's white, so we'll make it work. There's that. Now, I am going to be reading the second Death Note book. It's a manga series that's been really interesting. So that's going to account for a genre that I don't read that often, plus a book that's in a different continent than what we live in, because it takes place, I believe, in Japan. So I'm going to use Death Note, the volume 2, as that prompt. And then if I can get to it, which I might go ahead and read it first, actually, is Phoenix Unbound, because I saw Riley Marie read this one a few weeks ago, and I already had it, like, to read. So I can count that as, like, a different continent, even though the continent doesn't exist. So, yeah. It's quite a lot of books. I don't know if I can read all this in 7 days. I mean, I'm going to try. So, we'll see. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to attempt daily vlogging. We'll see how that goes. But thank you so much for tuning into this vlog. I hope you'll stay and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.